Hey, how's it going, y'all? Welcome to another video and the start of a new series as well. Uh, I'm gonna be reading and let's playing Tsukihime. I've been meaning to get into this for a long time now. I'm a big fan of the Fate series. I love Fate Zero. I love Fate Unlimited Blade Works, Heaven's Feel. I haven't watched the Stay Night one because those fans always say stay away from that one, but I'm a big fan of them. And like I said, I've always wanted to get into the Nazi-verse. It's pretty large and complicated, but what I do know is that Tsukihime is the start of it all. Um, I even have the remake version on the Switch, but I've been holding off on reading that one because, from what I understand, it's like a complete remake of the original, so they're not one to one exactly. But yeah, I say let's get started with this. I did read a little bit of this a few months ago, but I really don't remember much, and it wasn't more than like half an hour into it, just because I was pretty heavy. I had a pretty heavy workload in fall term of college, so you know. But winter term's around, and my schedule's a little bit more open. Let's just say I pick my classes better. What I do know though is I gotta start with the opening, so let's do that. And I'm gonna also, before we begin, I'm gonna read the dialogue. If that's something you guys just don't like, or if my reading sucks, just let me know in the comments, and then I'll just let the words play out themselves, and then I'll just leave like a couple seconds for viewers to read and whatnot. But yeah, let's just get started with it. Suddenly, I awaken with a start. The night is pitch black, and no one else is in the house. It's scary being alone in the dark. So to find everyone, I head out into the garden. Our mansion's gardens are vast fields of green, surrounded by a thick, dense forest, with the trees blanketing out the light, almost like a massive curtain, like a stage in a theater somewhere. The curtain of trees opens with a swishing sound. Excitement fills me, anticipating the beginning of the grand play. In the distance, I heard the sound of echoes in the distance, beyond the black curtains of the trees. Inside the forest, the sounds of everyone happily playing around. The curtain doesn't open yet. Unable to restrain myself, I wander into the darkness of the forest. Darkness surrounds me, a blackness so deep it's suffocating, not even calming the rain. Wow, it says, the air is cold, a winter's chill so deep. My eyes feel like they'll freeze. For a brief moment, I thought I heard someone call my name, so I walked deeper into the forest. After passing through the veil of trees, I found that everyone waited for me in the forest clearing. But something is wrong. Everyone's lying on the ground. Everyone's lying on the ground in pieces. Oof. A stranger approaches. The look on his face as he wants to rip me apart. I don't understand at all. But someone else, someone I don't know, steps in front of me. It is torn right in blood. I'm just a kid, so I don't really understand. A splash. Something warm hits my face. It's red, a liquid red like tomato. The person that was torn apart. Mom, you're calling me. Cruel. I wanted to cry. I just felt like crying. Warm crimson blurs my vision, seeping into my eyes, but it doesn't bother me at all. The lonely moon floats above me, bearing witness in the night sky. Strange. Why didn't I realize until now? Such a cold, horrible nightmare. Yes, I didn't realize it. That tonight, the moon is so beautiful. Alright, well, hell of an opening. Also, sorry, I forgot to mute my phone, so there might have been like a notification sound there. But this kid's mom got murked. Man. Also, I wonder what the name Tsukihime entails, because I mean it translates to Moon Princess. At least from like the basic Japanese I know, so who knows? Who knows? There's definitely a focus on the moon, though. That's for sure. When I came to, I was lying on the hospital bed, or on a hospital bed. The current on the nearby window sways gently. It is a beautiful day outside, and the dry wind signals the end of summer. Hello, Tono. Oops, Tonoshiki-kun. Congratulations on your recovery. The unfamiliar old man extends his hand for a handshake. His square-rimmed glasses and warm smile are very befitting. His tidy-looking white clothes suit him perfectly, too. Can you understand what I'm saying, Shiki-kun? No. Why am I in the hospital? In a hospital. You don't remember, do you? You were involved in a car accident while you were walking. Your chest was stabbed by a shard of glass, and it was unlikely that you would survive. Very unbefitting of what a doctor would say. Yet he says it while still smiling cheerfully. Terrible. I gotta adjust myself real quick here. Also, sorry about my chair as well. It's also very squeaky. I feel terrible. I'm tired. Can I go to sleep? Yes, you should rest. You must focus on recuperating and not push yourself. The doctor's still smiling. To be honest, I can't stand that smile anymore. Can I ask you something, doctor? What is it, Shiki-kun? Why are there scribbles all over your body? And there are cracks all over the walls. Why are there cracks in the walls? Yeah, I didn't really mention that, huh? How do I, hide? Like the text so we can see the background. I should have read the read me text. Whoops. The smile vanishes for just a brief moment, then returns to his face immediately. He turns and walks away. It seems that there's some brain damage after all. Get a hold of Dr. Ashiya in neurology. I also suspect he may have suffered some damage to his eyes. Spend the afternoon examining his eyes. The doctor whispers to the nurse so that I won't hear him. But we still heard him. Weird. There are scribbles all over everyone's bodies. The sloppy, zigzagging black lines running all over the floors, walls, the ceiling. I don't understand what they mean, but looking at them makes me feel sick. I wonder what it is. The bed, too, is covered in these scribbly lines. When I touch the line with my fingertip sinks down into the crack. Oh. It seems as if I could reach farther down down with something narrower. So I traced the line with a fruit knife that was lying on the bedside table. I didn't use any strength at all, yet the knife sinks into the bed all the way up to the hilt. It was fun, so I dragged the knife along the scribbly lines. Thud. That be sound the bed snaps cleanly in two. Wow. Okay. Yeah. The girl in the bed next to mine screams. The nurses run over and take the knife away from me. How'd you break the bed, Shiki-kun? The doctors don't ask why, but curiously persist on how I did it. Could it be like a specialized hospital, like a research hospital? Some organization work here? Little side venture series reference there. I love those visual novels. I don't want to get too sidetracked, sorry. The doctors don't ask why, but how. I traced along that line and I broke. Hey, just why is this hospital full of cracks? You'd better stop with that, Shiki-kun. There are no such cracks like that anywhere. Now tell me, just how did you break the bed? You can tell me. I promise I won't get mad. I'm telling you. All I did was trace the line with a knife. I see. Okay. We'll continue this conversation tomorrow. The doctor leaves. In the end, not a single person believed my story. No, I wouldn't believe it either. As long as I run the knife along the scribbles, I can cleanly cut anything. I don't have to put any force into it. It is as easy as cutting paper with scissors. The bed, the chair, the desk, the walls, the floor. I've never tried, but probably, no, definitely even people. It seems that no one else can see these lines. The black lines only I can see. Despite being a kid, I gradually began to understand what the lines were. They were probably like stitches. Just like stitches that hold an open wound together after surgery. I think they are weak spots. After all, there's no way I could cut such a thing with a child's strength alone. They're very aware. Also, how did they end up getting that? Was it after their... Well, is this the same kid that got their mom killed? Or is this a different kid? Yeah, I didn't know until now. The world is covered in these lines, these breaking lines that bind everything together. No one else can see them. That's why they are just fine. But I can see them. I'm scared. So scared I can't even talk. It's as if I am the only one who went crazy. Maybe that's why. Why even after 2 weeks no one believes my story? Even after 2 weeks no one's come to see me? Even after 2 weeks I continue to live in a world surrounded by black stitches. I need to get out of here. I don't want to be in this room anymore. I don't want to stay in a place covered in these stitches. That's why I decided to escape and run away to somewhere where no one else would be. But the wound on my chest still hurts, and I didn't get very far. That's when I noticed. I'm standing in the grassy field just outside of town. I really didn't get far at all. Cough. My chest hurts, and I feel so sad. I collapse to my knees and cough. Cough, cough. There's nobody here. Drowning in this ocean of green at the end of summer, I feel like I'm about to disappear. But before that, hey you, it's dangerous to sit down in a place like that. Oh, I hear a woman's voice from behind me. OST time. Alright, sorry about that cut, y'all. I just had to do something real quick, but let's go back and read real quick. What do you mean, You're already a runt, so I can't see you if you're sitting down in the grass. I was this close to kicking you, so watch out. She points out at me, grumpily. I get a little angry. After all, I sit in the 4th row from the front, so I don't think I'm that short. 4th row from the front. Guess school? Kicked? By who? Isn't it obvious, stupid? You and I are the only ones here, so no one else could. So who else could it be but me? She declares this confidently as she folds her arms. Well, I suppose it must be fate. Fate? Funny you say that. That we met here. So you want to talk for a little while? My name is Aozaki Ako. You just randomly introduce yourself to this kid? What's yours? She extends her hand to me with a kind cheerfulness one would show an old friend, so no reason to refuse. So I told her my name. I see no reason. Tono Shiki. So it is the same kid, right? Or am I tweaking? Obviously it's the same one from the hospital, but I mean, like, I don't think he ever gave his name in the prologue, if it's the same kid. Talking to her was a lot of fun. She didn't ignore what I said just because I was a kid. Instead, she listened. She listened to what I had to say, like a friend. We talked about many things. About my family, about how it was an old respected family with very strict traditional rules, and my equally strict father. My little sister Akiha. Quiet Akiha always followed me around. But my big mansion in the vast gardens, okay, definitely. And how Akiha and I would play together with our friends. I told her about many things, almost feverishly. Oh, it's this time already. Man, I can't read today. I'm so sorry, guys. Sorry, Shiki. I've got some business to take care of, so let's stop here. When I play visual novels, I typically read in my head, so I'm trying to get used to reading out loud, sorry. She gets up to leave. My chest tightens, and I feel sad thinking that I would be alone again. See you tomorrow. I'll be waiting for you here, okay? You should go back to your room and listen to your doctor. Oh. She speaks with such ease in a natural way as she makes off, see you tomorrow. Tomorrow, we would be able to talk like we did today. I'm happy. It was the first time I truly felt something since I woke from the accident. Well, Shiki's got a friend now. Since that day, going to that grassy field in the afternoons became part of my daily routine. She would get angry when I called her Aoko. For some reason, seeing she hated her own name. After some thought, I decided that she seemed like a very distinguished person, so I came to call her Sensei. Sensei would seriously listen to anything I had to say, and would always dispel my anxieties with but a single word. Without fail. I was depressed from the accident, but slowly, thanks to Sensei, I began to return to my former self. Even those scary black scribbles didn't seem quite so scary anymore when talking to Sensei. I didn't know who she was or where she was from. Perhaps she really was a teacher. But I don't care. It doesn't matter at all. Because it's fun being with Sensei. That alone is all that matters. And that alone is more than enough. Hey Sensei, look at what I can do. I wanted to surprise her one day, so using the fruit knife I brought from the hospital, I cut down a big tree growing in the field. Is out yourself for having superpowers? You seem very smart. Like before, I run the knife along the scribble-like line and cut it cleanly across the base. Amazing, isn't it? I can cut anything easily, as long as it's somewhere where I can see the scribbles. No one else can do this, right? Shiki. She slaps me across the face. Holy. Sensei? What you just did was extremely thoughtless. Sensei gives me a hard, piercing glare. I don't know why, but I just realized I did something I definitely shouldn't have done. With Sensei's severe expression and the pain from the cheek where she slapped me, I felt very, very sad. I'm sorry. Before I knew it, I was crying. Shiki. Then a gentle, warm feeling envelops me. There's no need to apologize. It's true that you did something I should be angry at you for, but it's definitely not your fault. Sensei squats down and hugs me. But you know, if someone doesn't tell you otherwise now, one day you're going to make a mistake you can never take back. That's why I won't apologize. You can hate me all you want, if you feel that way. No, I don't hate you, Sensei. Really. I'm glad you feel that way. I guess it was fate that the two of us met here like this. Sensei began to ask about how the scribbles I could see. As I told her about the lines, the black jagged lines that somehow only I could see, Sensei's embrace tightened. Shiki, what you are seeing is something that should never be seen by anyone or anything. Everything in existence has points where they are most easily broken. We who will break down one day aren't perfect for this reason. Your eyes have the ability to see fate of all things. To put it another way, you can see the future. See the future? That's right. You can see death. You don't need to know any more than that. If someday you happen to go down that path, the principles will become clear to you as something that is needed. Who is this? Who is this Sensei? I forget her name. They mentioned it, but they I need to see like names be repeated for me to remember. But yeah, she's like she knows more than she's leading on. Sensei, I really don't understand. That's good. It's important that you don't understand now. All I want you to know is that you must never cut these lines on a whim or as a joke. Understand? If you do so, your eyes will begin to take the lives of others too, lightly. And that is the worst thing that can possibly happen. Okay. I won't do it if you say so, Sensei. Besides, it kind of hurts my chest. I'm sorry, Sensei. I'll never do it again. Good for you, Shiki. Never forget the feelings that you have experienced here today. If you stay that way, I'm sure you'll find happiness. Sensei finally lets go of me. But Sensei, I see those lines and get worried. They'll be cut as soon as I trace them, right? Then it wouldn't be weird for my surroundings to come apart at any time. Yup, right. I'll be able to help you with that, at least. It seems if that... Wait, what? Hold on. You're right. I'll be able to help you with that, at least. It seems as if that's the reason why I'm here. Sensei sighs, then favors me with a warm smile. Shiki, I'll give you a very special present tomorrow. I'll give you your old life back, the one you were living before your accident. What? Oh. Can she like time travel? The next day, reverse time maybe? Exactly the 7th day after I met Sensei, still weak. She arrives in the grassy field carrying a large trunk in one hand. Here. If you put these on, those strange scribbles won't be visible anymore. What you gave me was a pair of glasses, but my eyes are fine. Just put them on. The lenses don't have any magnification or anything. Sensei forces them on me. Suddenly, whoa, incredible, this is amazing, Sensei. I can't see the scribbles anymore, not at all. Of course. I had quite a time stealing Mystic Eye Killer from my older sister to make this Aozaki Aoko masterpiece. Aoko. I'm trying to remember Aoko. Also, Mystic Eye Killer? Name's kind of rad. So treat them well, or there'll be hell to pay. Got it? Yep. I'll take care of them. Sorry, I was just reading back that she stole them from her older sister. So did her older sister have the same issue? Who knows? That's what they seem to be implying, though. You're incredible, Sensei. You made all those horrible lines disappear just like that. It's like magic. Of course, I am a sorceress after all. I feel like she means that literally. Giving me a proud smile, Sensei puts her trunk down on the ground. But know this, Shiki, those lines haven't disappeared. It's just that you can't see them. Once you take the glasses off, you'll be able to see them again. Really? Yes. That's the one thing that cannot be fixed. Your only choice is to keep living your life and do your best with the eyes that you have now. No, I don't want these scary eyes. If I cut those lines again, I'll end up breaking my promise to you. Oh, you mean never cutting the lines again? Silly, you can't break that promise whenever, you can break that promise. I thought you said. Really? But you said it was something I shouldn't do. Yes, it is. But that is your gift, Shiki. It's yours to use as you see fit. No one else but you has the right to judge you. But of all the abilities one can have, yours is terribly unique. Gosh, sorry. If you have such a power, that means there's a meaning behind you having it. God doesn't give us powers for no reason. You might say that you were given the mystic eyes of death perception because one day a time will come when you will need them. Okay, yeah, she's 100% a sorceress. Come on, she knows the name of them. Mystic eyes of death perception. That's why you must not live in denial of their existence. Sensei squats down so her eyes will be level. Aww. We get to see her face, by the way. But you know, that's why you must never forget. You are a very kind and honest person, Shiki. As long as you remain the way you are now, your eyes will never bring forth any wrong. However, I'm not telling you to become a saint. All I'm saying is live true to yourself and become a man in the manner that you think is right. Since you can accept your mistakes and are able to apologize, I know that in 10 years you'll become a great man. That being said, Sensei stands and reaches for her trunk. Oh, but I must say, unless in exceptional circumstances, you shouldn't take the glasses off. Special powers attract other special powers. Only when you decide, there is no other way you should take off those glasses. And even then, be mindful of how you use your powers. Power in itself is not evil. What is evil rests solely in the hearts of the ones wielding such power. Be it for good or evil, it will be up to you and the choices you make. She picks up her trunk. Sensei doesn't say anything more after that, but deep down, I knew we would have to part. It's impossible, Sensei. I can't do it. I will understand just by myself. The truth is, I was so afraid before I met you. I was able to return to being me because you were with me. I can't do it. Not even with these glasses. If you're gone, I can't do it. Don't say such things, Shiki. You tell lies that even you yourself can't believe. You can make whoever hears you sad. Sensei raises her eyebrow in displeasure and pokes my forehead. You know it yourself, don't you? You're alright now. So don't say stupid things and give up on the self that you finally found. Only you can choose to be you. No one else can do it for you. Sensei turns around. Well, this is goodbye. Listen, Shiki. Life is not easy. Everyone's life is hard. Long, rocky road. Filled with many pitfalls. You have more power than anyone else to do something about that. So pull yourself together. Sensei's leaving. I was sad, but I'm Sensei's friend. So I have to see her off properly. Yes. Goodbye, Sensei. Well done. That's right, Sensei. Oh my, yo, I'm so sorry, guys. I just can't read, can I? That's right, Shiki. Hold on to that confidence and always live true to yourself. When you find yourself in trouble, calm down and think things through carefully, okay? A solution will always present itself if you do. It'll be alright. You'll manage even on your own. Sensei laughs happily. The wind blows. The field of grass sways in unison. Sensei was already gone. Goodbye, Sensei. After saying that, I really felt that I would not see her again. All that remained were her many words and these mysterious glasses. It was only 7 days, but she taught me things more valuable than anything else. As I stand there by myself, I feel tears well up in my eyes. Man, I was such a fool. I could only say goodbye. I couldn't even say a single word of thanks to her. I left the hospital soon after that. Afterwards, I didn't return to the Tono household, but was taken to live with my relatives instead. But it's alright. Tono Shiiki will be just fine, even by himself. I'll spend a new life with my new family. And like that, Tono Shiiki's 9th summer ended. Also, he's 9. The autumn arrived, and I think I became more of an adult. And chapter 1, Inversion Impulse. Alright, I think I'm gonna do this on a chapter by chapter basis. So that's the prologue and the opening. Initial thoughts? Very interesting. I had only ever gotten to the part where he meets Sensei, but I didn't know like she gave him the glasses. So this is more of like a review, but everything past this though, all new territory to me, all new territory. I'm pretty excited. Still, I wonder what was up with that with Sensei Aoko. So allegedly she's a sorceress, whatever that means, and she seems to know, or at least be knowledgeable of these powers. What was Shiki's thing called? The mystic eyes of death perception, or perception of death, something along those lines. That's a curse word. I mean, it's not like I'm monetized, but yeah, that's pretty interesting power, honestly. Pretty scary one at that too. But yeah, I'm pretty excited to see where this goes. I wonder what's gonna happen with Aoko Sensei. She's kind of up and left. There's definitely gonna be more to her though, because like, I mean, she just shows up 7 days, knows about these, and gives him glasses. There's more going on there, but she doesn't seem like she's evil. She looks like she has good intentions. But regardless, thank you all for tuning in. Hopefully, you guys tune in for the rest of the series. I know it's gonna be a long one. That's all I know. Tsukihime is a long novel, and also apologies for not being able to read. I'm like I said, I typically read silently, so trying to read verbally is it's not exactly my strong suit. But yeah. That being said, thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this, please leave a like and do consider subscribing. And I'll see you all on the next one. Peace out.